Hi students, this is Naina ma'am here and welcome back to Management Process and Practices video class, and today we shall complete our Hawthorne experiment. Okay, hope you all got to know. In our previous video we already started this, and in today's we shall wind up. Okay, so coming to this experiment, no, this is majorly done by Elton Mayo. The only thing is to make sure that is there any relationship or is there nothing any relationship between the physical factors and productivity. In order to make sure whether there exists a relationship, he conducted the experiments in 4 parts. First is illumination experiment, which we already been completed, which stands for stating that, very simple, is there any relationship between the illumination and productivity? I mean to say, with this experiment, in the case of illumination experiment, he got a result that there does not exist any relationship between the lighting facilities and productivity. He got to know only because of illumination experiment. And coming to the second part of his experiment, he made relay assembly test room study, whereby he got to know there do exist a consistent relationship between in the sense a significant relationship between the social factor and productivity, coordination, relationship among the individuals and productivity. So we already completed these 2 parts, how come they do have an impact and how come the lighting do not have any impact. So third part is mass interviewing program. Look at the word mass interviewing. The word itself suggests it's a matter of interviewing. As per this, what Elton Mayo did means very simple. In his own factory, he conducted a mass interview in such a way that each and every employee is allowed to express their opinion. There was a matter of informal interview. Everyone were allowed to express their own opinion in the case of mass interviewing program. Okay, why? Because of the mass interviewing program, because they started expressing their opinion, they resulted in, as because they expressed their opinion, or as because there was a presence of informal interaction, no, that made them to feel that they are free and they can do as and how they wish. With this factor, they increased the productivity. Why? Because see, as a human being, we do suffer from the boredom and we do need a company to talk with someone. We cannot live alone with we cannot lead a dumb life, isn't it? So as and when the employees are allowed to express their opinion and to talk freely, they were happy. And keep in mind, in the happy mood, we do work fast, we do work happily. There is a difference between when do we work happy and in a sad manner, isn't it? So they are allowed to express their opinion, they started increasing the productivity by after all realizing that they do got their importance in the company. When I ask your opinion, you make, or it makes you to feel that you got your role or your opinion worth in the company, isn't it? So that's what worked in the case of mass interviewing program. And the last part in the case of this Hawthorne experiment is bank wiring observation room experiment. Bank wiring observation room experiment. As per this, 14 male workers were being felt and they were being remained in the room, and thereafter for the 6 months they been observed continuously. 6 months 6 ತಿಂಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಅವನ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಂತೆ. ಹೇಗೆ? their performance was observed. Okay, in the sense, just think, if so we make one group, ಆ ಗ್ರೂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ಎಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಕರ್ಸು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಥಾಟ್, ನೋ, ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್, if we make a group, obviously keep in mind efficient workers will stress efficient workers, so inefficient workers ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. why? because ಅದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಗಳು ಆಗಿರೋ ಕಾರಣ they should accomplish. Okay, they even realized that even this does got its impact on increasing the productivity. So this is all about bank wiring observation room room experiment. In the sense, simple, once again I will recall, you do remember and don't forget, the simple part in this is, when we make a group where the group consisting of both efficient workers and inefficient workers, in order to get the group goal completed, efficient workers will lay the pressure on inefficient workers. Okay, so this is all about the Hawthorne experiment. Let me have a recall. In first part of the experiment, that is illumination experiment, they made us to know that there is no relationship between the lighting facilities, that is physical factor and productivity. In the second part, they finally made with an output there does exist a relationship between the social factor and productivity. Coming to the mass interviewing program, as and when they are allowed to talk freely, even it will do have an impact because of their happiness, it will increase the productivity. Last is bank wiring observation room experiment. Efficient workers will lay the pressure on inefficient workers, which finally results in increasing the productivity. So here we wind up the Hawthorne experiment. Hope so it was interesting and well it is understood enough to you all. If so, there's any queries, we should have a discussion on that and I will clarify your queries in our direct classes. Thank you.